There is a tantric machine running under this floor. It has been running for 1200 years, without stopping, without breaking, without anyone switching it off. Right now, underneath this simple marble floor, underneath this marigold garland and this sindoor mark, a spiritual engine is operating, and the goddess it was built for once made a buffalo walk out of a well by simply looking at it. She did not pray, she did not perform a ritual. She looked, and the water rose. Her name is Sindhvai Ma, and she is one of the most misunderstood goddesses in Gujarat. Most people think she is just another village Mata, a folk goddess, a modest shrine in a stepwell. But what is actually happening under this floor is something that the most powerful king of medieval Gujarat built using the highest technology of tantric architecture. And what that king did to her and what she did in response is a story that changes how you understand divine accountability forever. Welcome to Deep Made Easy. Here is what you need to know before anything else. She is not Durga in another name. She is not a form of Hinglaj. She is not a regional variation. She is Siddheshwari Kali. Say that again. Siddheshwari Kali. The Kali who grants siddhis, supernatural powers, occult accomplishments, the ability to move matter with intention. Her folk name, Sadi Mata, is a 1000-year corruption of Siddheshwari. Say it fast enough. Siddheshwari, Sadheshwari, Sadheshri, Sadhi. That is how long people have been worshipping her without knowing exactly who she is. She is Jagrat Devi, the living awakened goddess. Not a symbol, not a concept, a living divine presence. Devotees who have approached her honestly report she responds in days, sometimes hours. And the king who built the machine for her underground, he found out the hard way what happens when you betray her. His name was Siddharaj Jaisingh, king of Patan. 1094 से 1143 CE. The name tells you everything. Siddha Raj, king of Siddhis, king of occult powers. He was not a devotional king who built temples out of piety. He was a tantric practitioner who built them as instruments of power. He built the Sahasraling Talam, a massive sacred lake with 1000 Shivalingas along its edge. He invited 1001 Brahmins from Varanasi to consecrate it so that the sacred water would bathe every single linga simultaneously in one perpetual ceremony. He controlled Babra Bhoot, a spirit so ferocious that ordinary prayer could not contain it. He performed midnight rituals with red flowers, red cloth, blood red garments specifically designed to subdue it. This was a man who played at the highest level of tantric engagement. His battle goddess was Harsiddhi Mata. She went before him into every war. But for the protection of his kingdom's water supply, his bloodline, the survival of everything he built, he needed something deeper. Here is where it gets extraordinary. King Siddharaj had a Kuldevi, a lineage goddess who had guided his dynasty since its founding. Her name is Khodiyar Ma. The same Khodiyar Ma we will explore in the very next episode of this series. The goddess who rides a crocodile, the protector of the Solanki kings for generations. And it was Khodiyar Ma herself, the king's own Kuldevi, who during the 7-year famine that had nearly destroyed Patan, advised the king to travel north to the Sumra kingdom of Sindh to borrow their sacred buffalo herd. Think about this carefully. One goddess advised the king to go into the domain of another goddess. Khodiyar Ma guided Siddharaj directly to Sindhvai Ma's territory. The Sumra kingdom of Sindh maintained 225 prized buffaloes under Sindhvai Ma's divine protection, the finest cattle in all of Western India. Disease resistant, powerful, sacred. The king borrowed them, not bought, borrowed, on his royal word, on his promise as a Solanki king. The rains came, Patan was saved. But Siddharaj kept the buffaloes. He broke his promise. The Bardic verse in Gujarati records it. Baso ne 25 bhensal laviyo, Siddharaj Solanki Rai, Lidhelu vachan lopiyo, Tyare ruthi Sindhvaiman. 225 buffaloes Siddharaj the Solanki king brought. But he broke the word he gave, and Mother Sindhvai became wrathful. She did not send a messenger. She did not petition a court. Sindhvai Ma, Siddheshwari Kali herself, traveled from Sindh to Patan. The wind from Sindh arrived to collect what was hers. As she gathered her herd to leave Patan, the great black buffalo, Kunjar Kali, the largest in the herd, fell into a deep step well. The entire army of Siddharaj stood around the well watching, completely helpless. The animal was too deep, the well too wide. The buffalo was lost. And then Sindhvai Ma looked at the well. The verse says, Ma e ne do nakyo, ne bhens patalti upar gayi. The mother cast her gaze, and the buffalo rose from the depths. The water in the well rose, visibly, against physics, against logic, rising until Kunjar Kali simply walked up and out. 225, every single one, returned to Sindh. The king, who had built for her the most elaborate underground tantric machine in all of Gujarat, could not stop her taking what was rightfully hers. Now the underground machine itself. Because here is the thing, Siddharaj built it before the buffalo episode. He built it because he understood her power, because he wanted to harness it for his kingdom. And despite everything, despite the broken promise, despite her wrath, the machine he built under this floor is still running. Walk through it layer by layer. At the entrance, Narasimha Veer, not the gentle Narasimha of devotional tradition. Here he is, one of the Bavan Veer, the Bavan Tantric warriors. His specific function at this site, Stambhan, the power to freeze, to immobilize enemies before they can act. Any hostile force approaching this site is frozen at the threshold. Above the underground shrine, 5 Shivalingas, each named, each specific. Siddheshwar, Lord of Siddhis, the conscious link to Siddheshwari below. Chakreshwar, Lord of the Yantra, directing the energy field. Modeshwar, binding the community serving the king. Kashi Vishwanath, bringing the sanctity of Varanasi itself to Patan. Kareshwar, the Shiva who ensures every ritual bears fruit. 5 containers above, 1 current below, and carved into the wall at the middle level, a mother breastfeeding her infant. Suvaudi Mata, the safety valve. This is extraordinary engineering. When Siddheshwari Kali's concentrated underground energy becomes too intense, when the Stambhan force threatens to freeze even what should flow, the Suvaudi Mata carving activates. The nursing mother reminds the fierce goddess that she is also nurturer. Her protective rage shifts toward nurturing, a built-in regulator, a spiritual circuit breaker. And at the deepest level, at the very heart of the machine, the 16-cavity Sodash Yantra, a stone block, 4x4 grid, 16 precisely carved holes. The yantra of the 16 Nityas of Kali, the 16 phases of the dark moon, each one a distinct aspect of her power, locked into the earth permanently. At the base of the yantra, the Guru Padukas, the sandals of 4 Gurus. Because Siddheshwari Kali cannot be approached directly. Her energy is too concentrated. The Padukas are the insulation. The Guru's presence at the base makes the entire machine safe to operate near. Siddharaj built this to protect three things: his water supply, Jala Raksha; his kingdom against enemies, Stambhan; his lineage, Vamsha Raksha. He had no son for most of his reign. This machine was his most desperate prayer. The gold yantra you see on the marble floor in these photographs, that is the modern face of this machine. The ancient stone yantra below, still there, still active, after 1200 years. Now look at this murti, the beautiful image in teal green silk, white marble face, silver crown, the swastika in red kumkum on her palm, the lion head at her side, the trishul at her right, multiple heavy necklaces. This is Siddheshwari Kali's accessible blessing form. But here is what most people miss when they stand before this murti: the lion at her side, her connection to the warrior Shakti tradition, the trishul, her connection to Shiva's grace, the swastika on the open palm. This is not decoration. This is a specific message. She is extending her blessing hand toward you, open, swastika marked. She is saying, I bless you. I am auspicious. Whatever the underground machine beneath this marble floor is doing, whatever force is locked in that 16-cavity yantra, when you come to me honestly, I extend this hand. Now, the temple trail. Because Sindhwai Ma did not stay in one place, she travelled with her people. For centuries, communities from the Sindh Valley migrated southeast through Kutch into Gujarat. They built her shrines along the route. Kayavarohan near Dabhoi, Vadodara, the most ancient seat, 5,000 years old, birthplace of Lakulish, the 28th incarnation of Shiva. Patan, what you see in these photographs, 1,200 years, the underground machine, still operational. CTM area, Ahmedabad, Sindhwai Mata Ni Vav, another ancient stepwell shrine, Naranpura, Ahmedabad, active community temple, Kutch district, near the border, where the desert meets the run, and the memory of Sindh is almost visible. Bharuch, South Gujarat, and behind Gujarat, Mumbai, Thane, Borivali, Bhiwandi. As Gujarati families moved to Maharashtra, she moved with them. She does not stay in one place. She goes where her people go. Now the most important part of this video, how to actually connect with Sindhwai Ma. She is Siddheshwari Kali, granter of Siddhis. She responds to specific honest requests, not vague prayers. The specific situation, the specific amount, the specific person, the specific block. People who come to her at 2 a.m. when nothing else has worked, when the career has stalled for no logical reason, when money leaves as fast as it arrives, when someone is working against you in ways you cannot see. These are her people. She is the Jala Rakshak. She removes what is blocking your flow. She is Siddheshwari. She grants the ability to accomplish what ordinary effort cannot. She is the underground Stambhan force. She can freeze what is moving against you. Her sacred days, Saturday and Amavasya, the new moon night, the days of Kali's maximum concentration. Her color, red, always red, red hibiscus, red chunari, red sindoor. Her offering, sukhadi, wheat, jaggery, ghee, simple, from the earth. Her element, water. Place her image near water. A pot of Ganga Jal beside her lamp activates her presence. Her mantra, Om Sindhwai Mataye Namaha. Say it 108 times. On Amavasya night, sitting near water, a red flower offered. But here is the critical instruction that most people miss. After the 108 repetitions, state your specific need honestly. Not, please bless me with prosperity, but I have worked honestly for 3 years. My income is blocked at this specific number. I cannot understand why. I suspect spiritual interference. I ask for your direct intervention. She made water rise from a well by looking at it. She will find what belongs to you. Now the ending of this video that nobody sees coming. Siddhara Jaisin, king of Siddhis. Siddharaj himself, the king who built the most advanced tantric machine for Siddheshwari Kali, whose own Kuldevi Khodiyar Ma had guided him to her domain, who knew her power intimately enough to design a 16-cavity yantra and 5 specific Shivalingas above it. This king, who better than anyone understood what she could do, still broke his promise, and she still came to collect. There is something profound in that. Even perfect knowledge of the divine does not make a human being immune to human weakness. Even the king who built her machine still needed to be reminded. Divine power cannot be owned, only honored, only served. The small temple in Patan that most tourists walk right past is the place where the greatest king of medieval Gujarat learned that lesson. At this very stepwell, at the moment the water rose. If you come here, come with your own honest need, not as someone who wants to own her power, as someone who wants to honor it. She will know the difference. Jai Sindhvi Ma, Jai Khodiyar Ma, Jai Mata Di.